I travel throughout the world empowering orchestras, professional orchestras, and also educational opportunities. And what I'm most proud of and most humbled by is working with kids, because kids have an imagination that is flourishing and explosive. So what we want to do is expand our string programs to complement the 21st century. The wonderful strings teacher here, Seth Gamba, is the strings teacher, and he is a tremendous leader in that he leads us to the 21st century. And what's important in string playing is that we embrace not only the 18th century, 17th century with Europe, because as you know, classical music is a gift from Europe to us. We did not invent that music. But I believe that in the last 80 years in America that we've developed musical styles that supersedes and matches what Vienna was doing in the 1700s with Mozart and Beethoven, with great American musicians like Duke Ellington, James Brown, John Coltrane, Miles Davis, Jimi Hendrix, and dozens and dozens and dozens and hundreds of blues musicians and rock musicians who influenced not only America but also influenced the British invasion, which was the Beatles, Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin. All the British bands were listening to the American music, Elvis Presley, and created this music called rock and roll. We created country music, we created R&B, hip hop. And when we integrate America into our educational system, like we do on all the other subjects, by the way, we introduce it in literature, we introduce it in history, American politics is a critical part of our democracy. And I think that in incorporating that into our classical string programs is the most important thing that we do right now. Throughout the whole country, we are suffering from the string programs being irrelevant. We're suffering from the crises in the symphony orchestras, where no one's really listening to classical music as much as they used to. So instead of cutting the string program, what we're doing is we're engaging our string players to play everything, because the instruments are great. Now, what the kids get from this and benefit from this is really the most incredible moment of joy for me, is seeing kids express themselves. We express ourselves differently even this year with the social network and technology moving us so forward. We express ourselves differently than 20 years ago, 50 years ago. So the expression, the concept of expression has changed tremendously. And if we don't incorporate 21st century expression and deal with the kids who are playing now, we will lose opportunity. And when we lose opportunity educationally with kids, we lose the opportunity to connect with them, with their inner heart, and for them to be more confident. And for me, it's as simple as creating a wow moment. Wow, I didn't know I could do that type of moment. And what American music does, it allows the kids to discover who they are. When we play Mozart, we're experiencing the beauty of Mozart. I don't want you to change the music. I don't want you to adjust it. It's the power of Mozart and that style of music. But when you play American music, it's all about the performer and about accessing the inner voice in you. And I just finished an early morning rehearsal with this fantastic group, and I really believe that they understand the most important part of music, which is expressing themselves. And being a team player by playing in a second violins or the viola section and cello section. But most importantly, we must teach them how to express themselves.